Hello, dear students. First of all, I must appreciate your involvement in your revision test. That is really very nice. I'm really very happy. Keep it up. Now, today we'll start with your new chapter of Unit 1, that is chapter number 14, Prepositions. Okay, so before starting it, I'm showing you some of the statements. See, look at your screen. There are four statements. I'm reading it out. The book is on the desk. Number second, he came with me. Third, the letter is from a friend of mine. Next, I do not believe in such customs. Okay. Now, here, each of the above sentences contains a word that shows the relation between two nouns or pronouns. Now, here, look at again statement number 1, that is the book, it is a noun, is on the desk. The desk, it is also a noun. So, the word on is showing the relation between the book and the desk. In second statement, he came with me. So he, noun, me also. So the word with is connecting he and me. In number third sentence, the letter is from a friend of mine. So the letter, that is a noun, and a friend, noun again. So the word from is connecting the letter with a friend. Okay. Similarly, in the statement number 4, I do not believe in such customs. So here the word in is connecting both the things. Again, I'm repeating, each of the sentences contains a word on, with, from, in that shows the relation between two nouns or pronouns. Okay. Now, what is the definition of preposition? You can understand it. A preposition is a word placed before a noun. You can see before the desk, before me, before a friend, before such customs. So, a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun to show in what relation the person or thing denoted by the noun stands to something else. Or, in easy words, we can say prepositions are the words which are used to connect the different nouns, pronouns, and phrases in a sentence. Okay. In more easy words, we can say prepositions are the words which are used before a noun phrase or a pronoun connecting to another word, means to showing the relation between two noun to pronoun. Okay, I think you understood it. The preposition must have an object, or the sentence is not complete. If there will not be any object after the preposition, so the sentence will not be completed. You can see with the help of these above examples. See, if I say the book is on, full stop. So the statement is not completed. We need the desk to complete the statement. So the book is on the desk. Similarly, he came with. He came with what? We need object, that is me. So repeating, the preposition must have an object or the sentence is not complete. If we say the letter is from, the sentence is not complete, right? The letter must be from somebody or from some place, means we must say the letter is from Ram or the letter is from Mumbai or something similar. Okay. The noun or pronoun that follows a preposition is said to be governed by the preposition and is called its object. So now you understood, without object the meaning of the statement will not be completed. So a preposition must have an object to complete the meaning of the statement. Okay. Now after that we'll start exercise number 1. What you need to do here, underline the preposition and circle its object in each of the following sentences. Okay, let's start. Number 1, he is blind in one eye. So here the word in, that is a preposition which shows the relation, and the object is I. So underline in, circle I. Next, his house is near mine. So here near, the word near connects both the things. So near is preposition and just after the preposition there is object, that is mine. Next is he returned after a year. So after is preposition, underline it, and year, that is object of the preposition. In fourth one, have you seen a rose without a thorn? So here without, that is connecting word, so it is a preposition. Thorn, that is object of that preposition. In statement number 5, what are you looking at? See, it is quite confusing, just because you can recognize preposition easily, that is at, but you may have confusion regarding why what is or how what is object. So see, try to understand. The question is what are you looking at. If we'll give the answer of that question, so we can say I am looking at you. What are you looking at? I am looking at you. So here the answer of what will be our object. This is the reason we are taking what as an object of the preposition. What are you looking at? I am looking at you. So the answer of what will be our object. So in these type of sentences we will take WH words as an object. Okay, so at is preposition and what is its object. Similarly, in sixth statement, what is he talking about? So we can say he's talking as the answer of this statement. If there is a question, what is he talking about? We can say he's talking about fridge, right? So the answer of what is fridge, that will be the object of our statement. So that is why the answer just because the answer of what is fridge. So in these type of sentences we will take WH word as an object of the preposition. So here in this statement, about is preposition and what is its object. So circle what, underline about. Okay. In seventh one, she is weak in arithmetic. So in is preposition, arithmetic its object. In next, the horse jumped over the hedge. So here over, that is preposition, hedge, that is an object of preposition. Next is she spoke in a whisper. So here in, that is relating. In is preposition and whisper, that is its object. In next statement, the boy climbed up the ladder. So up is preposition and the word ladder is completing the meaning of the statement, so it is its object. Okay, so in this way we have completed exercise number 1. In next video we'll move further. Thank you.